Say something.
I'm not having this conversation.
What? I'm not important enough? The least you could do is tell me the truth. Are you my big brother or my big sister?
Whatever you think you know, Nicole.
Myron. That is what I know. You were named after Grandpa Avant.
You never had an older brother.
I saw the birth certificate. I held it in my hand.
That's impossible.
I think a little reality check might be in order here. I mean, before you try to force feed me this Maya and I are all about honesty pill. I mean, didn't she break up with you at one point and she never even told you why?
Yes. Because your husband was blackmailing her.
That is beside the point.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about this pedestal you're setting her on. I mean, she's human. She's gonna disappoint you. And then what? More bullet holes in the wall?
Oh. Gosh, just seems so wasteful.
Brooke, I'm gonna remind you of a little something. You're filthy, dirty rich. I think it'll be okay. Besides, if you don't stay up all night getting wasted, then it's not really a waste, is it?
Yeah, well, I could call the local liquor store. They will always deliver.
Yeah, but you'd have to be drunk to do that.
Did I say thank you?
My memory's a little spotty.
I know I've been awful to you through the years. I don't even know why you're here for me right now. But thank you. Where does Quinn think you are?
She thinks I'm with a friend. It's called AA, and you need to go to a meeting tonight, if not sooner.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
It's funny, you know, it used to always be my fantasy to be the guy who rescued you from everything. Not the guy that you had to be rescued from.
I feel sorry for you and my mom, most people that we know. Because if you want to settle and call it being realistic, you know, that's fine by me. But if I can't trust somebody on every level, I'd rather just be alone.
I don't remember you living with us.
I moved out when you were young. You knew that.
I don't know if you ever saw it. But Mama had this book. So your kid wants to know about, you know, some title like that. And when I was asked on my first date, she brought it into the kitchen. And she showed me some pictures of girls who get venereal disease. And I didn't understand what she was talking about. I didn't know how you could get it going to a high school dance. When they left the house, I looked for it. And I finally found it. Up high in the garage, tucked away in one of Mama's old bags. And hidden in the bag was a hospital bracelet. And a baby picture. And a birth certificate from Myron Avant.
It wasn't mine.
Mail is what it said. At first, I thought they had a baby that died.
It wasn't mine.
What's your date of birth then, Maya?
It wasn't mine. Because I had it changed.
You're home.
I am home.
Hey,
So, were you a hero?
A little bit.
Yeah.
What are you working on there?
I am putting some felt around these so it doesn't scratch your sensitive skin.
Ah, well, my wrists, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, was there a typo in the text you sent me?
No.
Well, I mean, I thought I was up on all the crazy internet slang these kids are using these days, but ILY, does that mean I'm leaving you?
I love you.
You're helping some guy stay sober and that's what you're thinking about?
Maybe this visit was a bad idea. I mean, really, my only intention was to tell you that Brooke and I are friends again. So we should be closer too. You don't have to tell yourself that Maya is the only one you can count on.
I love you, Aunt Katie. I do. And maybe you think I should have spilled my guts while my mother was away. But here's the thing. You're married to a guy who owns a portion of my company who thinks that I'm some sort of undisciplined head case. So how can I rely on you? Because if the choice ever came down to between me or Bill, you would choose Bill every time. See, and I have a woman now that I can tell everything to. So you'll have to forgive me if she's the one I prefer to turn to.
I knew it.
You want money? Is that what this was all about?
First you lie to me, then you insult me.
Nothing wrong with looking out for yourself. It was always the key to my success. Although blackmailing people isn't the most pleasant way to get there.
What else was I supposed to do to get you to admit that you're a freak?
Our father used that word too.
Our whole lives were a lie because of you.
What's the first thing you remember about me?
One of the Missouri cousins was getting married. I was 7. And I went to give Auntie Caroline a kiss. She said to me in my ear, "Tell your sister I said hello."
She did. I always wondered if she knew.
So I asked about it on the way home. Got so quiet I knew it was true. And Dad said, "Yes, you have a sister that ran away from home, but we don't talk about her to spare Mama's feelings." She didn't say anything. And that was it. Until a lady showed up at my school. Your 9th birthday. He gave me a little velvet horse and took me out for ice cream. I was so alone. And I wanted to know you. I know you won't believe it now, but I wanted you to let me love you because I knew how hard it was to feel love in that house. Then why didn't you come back?
Because, Nicole, it felt impossible.
Nobody made a scene when you walked me home.
Not until you went upstairs.
You could have come back. I did.
Until I had to go.
I was lonely too. I'm sorry. You could have taken me with you.
No, sweetie, I couldn't. I had to come here to California. There were things here that I needed that I couldn't get in other places then, things that I couldn't even ask for until I was 21.
You didn't look then like you do now.
Yes, I think about you. I think about loving you. It makes me happy.
That's sweet.
You don't think about me? I mean, obsessively? You know, in that way that you do about everything?
Sure. Yes, I think, Why is he not here, and how long is it going to take him to get back here to me?
Okay, well, I guess that's a start. You know, that's a little like love.
So how did it go? I'm not asking for specifics or names or anything. I respect the anonymity rule, but were you able to help?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah. So he's not going to drink?
Who? No, not tonight.
So where do you see this relationship with Maya going? I mean, you and Caroline always talked about having children.
That's definitely not going to happen with Ridge. I mean, he's already raised a couple families.
So the children you talked about having with Caroline, are you going to have them with Maya?
Did you always have that voice?
It's been a few years.
Did you always talk like a girl?
How do girls talk?
You weren't born with those.
No woman is.
Even your face is different. I saw it right away. Your cheeks, your eyes. What did you do to yourself?
I grew into my body. The same way that you did.
I've read about the operations and procedures. What did you have done? How many? Why couldn't you just wear the clothes?
Because being myself isn't an outfit that I can put on and take off.
But if you didn't look right in the dress, didn't that tell you something? Namely, that you were a boy?
Never. I never was.
I mean the way nature made you.
This is the way I was born. Every third woman in this town has a little bit of work done. A new chin, a new nose, new breasts. Who knows what kind of private alterations? Would you go up to her on the street and ask how many? Is she not a woman because some rebuilding has been involved?
It's not the same thing, and you know it.
I knew I worried Dad from a young age. Other people didn't catch on until I was about the age you were when I picked you up from school. But I always knew.
You couldn't. Kids don't think like that.
I knew I wasn't supposed to say anything. Nobody had to tell me that. I hated haircuts and Sundays. Little boys had a freedom that little girls don't have, and I never complained about that. But come Sunday, I knew that I was supposed to be wearing dresses like the other little girls at church. Our mother said I would grow out of it. That lots of little boys play with dolls, she said.
She said those were her dolls.
She was always trying to protect me, make excuses for me. Mothers will do that. Maybe it was how much I got sent home from school or how much I got beat up that made her panic. But at a certain point, I stopped panicking. And I realized I'm not a freak. I know this is a shock for you. But the reason that you have only known me as your older sister is because that's who I am. It's who I've always been.
It was a little weird to tell the truth.
Was he crazy and desperate? I mean, you should be used to that with me.
You know, Quinn, I haven't been to AA meetings in years. You probably didn't notice, but the minute I walked through the door, the first thing that was on my mind was just like instinctively grabbing a beer out of the fridge. And this person is really new, and when you're new, you have to have a sponsor. That's somebody who's been clean and sober for a while, and that's just not me anymore. But I really think I helped them. I mean, I do. And the thing about it is, it made me feel stronger, you know, more committed to my sobriety.
Question, are you gonna be all inspirational now? Because what do I have to maybe start reading a self-help book or two?
Please don't do anything rash.
Okay. I'm gonna go down and close up the shop. You put these with the other toys.
I think I remember where these go.
It's you.
How's it going?
Oh, good. I was just taking the bottles out to the garage, to the recycling. How are you?
I'm good if you are.
You helped. A lot.
Well, I'm not a very helpful person by nature.
And yet here you are calling to check up on me.
You take care, okay, Brooke?
Have a good day.
Yeah, I know Maya wants kids. She had a daughter that she lost. She never got over that. So yeah, when the time is right. You know, I think she's more in that nesting phase and less focused on her career.
So you would actually marry her?
Why? I mean, can you think of one good reason not to?
I don't understand how Rick could not know. If you love him like you say, how could you have lied to him all this time?
I never told him a lie. Not one. Unlike you.
Is that how you convince yourself that this is right? That it's honest?
I broke up with Rick when we first met because I thought he would react like you did. So I dated someone else.
A man.
Yes, a man. But I was in love with Rick. And I decided to find out if he would really reject me instead of rejecting myself in advance.
But you still don't know that. How could Rick not find out? You talk about marriage, you need a birth certificate for that.
I told you I had it changed. It's one of the reasons I needed to come to California. I still had to go before a judge in Illinois, but it's done now.
They let you do that?
Let me? You have no idea the barriers that they put up. The affidavits, the evaluations, the doctor's signatures. Look, the bottom line is, I had a medical problem that I needed corrected so that my outside would match my inside. And for the first time, I felt like me. For the first time, I loved myself. And isn't that the point of living? I had to love myself before I could let someone else love me. And I'm sorry that that took a toll on us. But I can be there for you now. If you let me.